That exciting time once again inside EA Diddle Arena. The lights are down. That second intro video is playing, and we are ready for Lady Topper basketball. WKU taking on Indiana State live on the Hilltopper Sports Network from Learfield. Brett Williams here with you. Thanks so much for coming along. The starting lineup for Indiana State has been announced. Now it's WKU's turn. Let's go ahead and get you those starters. For the Sycamores, interestingly enough, two of those players we talked about earlier, Anna McKendry and Deljanae Williams, are not in the starting lineup. Seems like Chad Killinger's squad is still trying to figure out exactly what the go-to starting lineup is. So here is who he runs out as his starting five. The aforementioned Adrian Folks, 18.3 points per game through her first three, 6.7 boards as well. She's a junior from Southgate, Michigan. She's joined in the front court for Indiana State by a redshirt sophomore from East St. Louis, Illinois, Maya Glanton, fourth on the team in rebounds. Didn't play a whole lot last season in her redshirt freshman year, but that has gone back up now, and she makes her third start in 4 games. In the backcourt for the Sycamores, their point guard, a junior from Jefferson City, Missouri, number 44, Caitlin Anderson, led this team in assists last year, 5th in assists this season, but certainly we expect that number to increase. She's joined by a graduate student from Marion, Arkansas, number 5, Marie Hunter. She has started all but 5 games in 3 years as a Sycamore after 2 at the junior college ranks. And then finally, a senior from Adelaide, Australia, number 12, Natalia Lalick. She is a three-point specialist, though hasn't been super efficient in that regard. For the Lady Toppers, we see 4 starters that they used against Kentucky State, but 1 new entry to the starting lineup for the first time this season. It's the sophomore from Lawrenceville, Georgia, number 30, Selma Kulo. She started her first 3 games last year as a freshman, but did not start again the rest of the way. Glad to see her back in the starting 5, and she'll handle the jump as well. Macy Blevins, Maya Meredith, Alexis Mead, and Maral Abdelgawad, the 4 guards that start alongside Selma. We are underway inside Diddle Arena, WKU and Indiana State. The tops come out in the home whites trimmed in red down the side, red WKU in italics across the chest with the numbers below. And the tops move from left to right here in the opening quarter. Abdelgawad trying to attack from the right elbow. She's tied up by a pair of Sycamores, and it results in a jump ball and possession awarded to Indiana State. Sycamores come out in all blue, Indiana State written in white straight across the chest, numbers below, white stripes on the shorts as well. And at the left wing, starting the attack, is Caitlin Anderson. Picks up her dribble, now drives from the left side. I guess I should say she didn't dribble in the first place. She just got the ball, faked the dribble, then put it back on the floor, thus not a double dribble. She drives inside, lays it up and in, and the foul. So a good start for the Sycamores, forcing a turnover via the jump ball and then driving in and getting an and one the other way. That foul called on Macy Blevins, her first. And the free throw is good from Caitlin Anderson. So a 3-0 start for Indiana State out of the gate, 30 seconds gone inside Diddle Arena. Abdelgawad handling the ball to open the game so far. See a lot of different point guards for WKU. Abdelgawad typically not one of them, but that'll get the job done as she finds Alexi Mead in the corner, and Mead cans a triple, and the tops turn Indiana State over. Quickly, Blevins back up top. Abdelgawad lets fly from distance again. She got another. Back-to-back South Central Bank threes for the tops, Mead and Abdelgawad, and just like that, it's 6-3 Lady Toppers. And that's what WKU can do with all the turnovers it forces. If it gets a steal, gets an odd woman rush, if you will, and can get another quick shot, all of a sudden the floodgates are open, and that's 6 very quick points against Indiana State. Sycamores answer down low, 1 dribble. Adrian Folks into the score sheet for the first time as she elevates for a right-handed lay-in. 6-5 tops, 8:35 to go in the opening frame. As Mead tries to lob it down toward the right corner, intending the pass for Maya Meredith. It's slapped out of bounds by Marie Hunter, and it stays with the tops. Fast-paced opening to this one. Expect a whole lot of that as this season rolls on. Feed to the post. Mead gets it to Kulo at the left elbow. She offloads it right back to Lexi. And now the tops reset. Now a give and go. Abdelgawad to Kulo as Miral drives to the basket, lays it up and in. Very nice execution on that play. And it's 8-5 WKU. Tops full court press is on. Swarming Natalia Lalick right at half court. Maya Meredith with the steal. But a whistle came beforehand anyway because it's a backcourt violation. So the tops press gets the job done as Indiana State can't get the ball across the timeline, and that may be one of those where they almost wish that the whistle had been swallowed because Maya Meredith already had that ball in her left hand ready to take off, but they blew it dead. WKU by 3, just about 2 minutes gone. Behind the back dribble for Meredith as she looks to attack, but juggles it off her foot, and it's picked up in transition by Marie Hunter. Indiana State basketball down 3. Bounce pass to the right wing for Anderson as the Sycamores try to slow it down for a moment. Natalia Lalick surveying options right in front of the Tops bench. Gets it back up top to Hunter, who dribbles to her left and pulls up from 20 feet at the left wing, clangs around, and falls into the arms of Maral Abdelgawad down low. WKU ball leading 8-5. Macy Blevins in transition, thought about a deep left wing 3, and instead handed it back off to Maral up top. Now Abdelgawad attacks, gets tripped as she tumbles over the foul line. That foul on Caitlin Anderson, her first. So far we're seeing Maral Abdelgawad effective on multiple levels, getting to the basket and shooting from distance. Has already hit a 3 here, already driven in for a layup. And that's exactly what Coach Collins wants to see from his lone senior. Is a higher three-point percentage, more consistency out there will allow her to more effectively get to the basket, which has always been her strength. And so far today, she's dishing them out as well. Her second assist as she dumps it into the low block for Selma Kulo, who turns and calmly lays it in. If the Tops can get that going more consistently with whatever big is down there, they are that much more dangerous. 10-5 Tops, 3 minutes gone. And Indiana State throws it into the backcourt and commits the turnover. Tops were pressuring right along the far sideline and forced the miscue. Into the backcourt it goes, and a timeout called by Chad Killinger. 10-5 WKU, 3 minutes and 2 seconds into this one. The region's largest healthcare provider, MedCenter Health, is proud to offer support to WKU athletics. MedCenter Health, the care you need right here. Back in 60 seconds, this is Lady Topper basketball from Learfield. Lady Toppers are enjoying a little home cooking. Second of a 3-game homestand spanning a week and a half, and then they'll play one quick one on the road at Bellarmine next Thursday before returning right back here to host Tennessee Tech. Brett Williams here with you inside Diddle Arena. Glad to have you along. Following Indiana State's first time out of the game, it is 10-5 Lady Toppers, 6:51 and counting to go in the opening quarter. Starting 5 still on the floor for the Tops. Lexi Mead spinning her way along the right baseline, bounces it across, left wing triple on the way from Abdelgawad, and she banked it in up off the upper left square and angled it down inside the hoop. How about that from Maral? What a start. 8 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, and 2 made threes. 13-5, WKU in front. The Tops are perfect from distance. The 2 from Abdelgawad and the 1 from Alexis Mead. From the right elbow, Maya Glanton kicks it back up top. Sycamores trying to get some sort of consistency established. Elbow jump shot, make that foul line jump shot rather, is a bit short from Glanton. She gets her own rebound, kicks it behind to Marie Hunter, who shoots from the same spot. It's off the heel, rebounded by the Tops. And WKU is away, leading by 8, 4 minutes in. Jalen Foster to the scorer's table. She'll be the first substitute of the day for the Tops as Maya Meredith looks to drive, has her shot blocked by Glanton, and then tried to corral but had her foot on the end line in doing so it goes back to Indiana State. So here comes Jalen Foster as Selma Kulo heads off. 2 points and an assist for Kulo. And now we see Foster, the freshman from Austin, Texas, who is tied for second in rebounds per game through 5 games and also leads this team in field goal percentage. Presses on again for WKU, a 2-2-1 look. Last time Indiana State couldn't get it across. This time they do. Deljanae Williams in for the first time. So too Essie Latu. She feeds her for a left wing 3 that ends up well short. Now rebounded underneath by Ariana Smith. And she lays it back up and in with the right hand. So a lot of new faces on the floor for the Sycamores. Abdelgawad chases down a loose ball. Adrian Folks nearly swiped it from her. Now Abdelgawad trying to beat Folks off the dribble. She can't. And feeds it back up top to Alexis Mead. 3 on the shot clock. Mead has to get it away. Step back 3. It won't get to the rim. Hits the upper part of the backboard and falls off. It's caught by Latu. The shot clock horn sounded, but because Indiana State had the board, they just took off with it. Deljanae Williams all the way to the hole. Dishes it off the last second to Folks at the left block. Up top, Williams swinging it over. Hunter back down toward the corner. She is hacked hard by Foster. And that's the freshman's first foul. Jalen Foster, her first, team second. Already some heavy breathing from some of these Sycamores. A couple of them haven't even been in the game very long. Folks to Deljanae Williams. Deep 3 from the left wing was left open. Missed it long. Rebounded offensively, though, by Folks. Kicks it back out. Latu tries again, and she hits from the left side. It's the first make from distance for Indiana State. 1 of 3 start the Sycamores. And it's 13-9 WKU. Here's Teresa Faustino, who we see for the first time for the Lady Toppers. Up top to Maya Meredith, behind the back dribble once again, trying to get inside the paint. And they call a foul off the ball on Marie Hunter. Her first and the team's second. More substitutes on for WKU as Meade, Meredith, and Abdelgawad have a seat for the first time. And we see Hope Savori, Jenna Walker, and Jordan Smith. This is your first time listening to Lady Topper basketball this season. We've told you before that Greg Collins has said 12 players are on our team and 12 players will play. We've already seen almost all 12 in the first 5.5 minutes of the game. Up top, here's Hope Savori, 10 to be exact. Haven't seen yet Tori Hunter or Gabby McBride. Faustino from distance, misses it long, but rebounded by Jenna Walker at the foul line. Chest pass back to Faustino, coming around, lays it up at the end of the shot clock, but it did not get up in time. It was a beautiful spinning shot, fingered roll from Faustino, but did not count. The three, I should say, did not hit the rim, which is why that shot clock did not reset. So the Tops have now gone on a scoring drought for 2.5 minutes after a quick start offensively. They still lead 13-9, 4 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Into the paint go the Sycamores. Adrian Folks tries to whip it out to the sideline. The pass, I thought, got deflected, but apparently not. And so it's a turnover, and we'll go back to WKU. Looked like one of the Lady Toppers angled that pass off and out of play, but that was not the call. And the Tops have already forced 4 Sycamore miscues. Hope Savori now signaling with her right-handed Jenna Walker to get her back up top. A little two-point guard look out the wing. Now inside to Faustino, who drives hard for a step around the left block and gets fouled on her way to the hole. And we'll see the first free throws for the Lady Toppers today. Teresa Faustino, the sophomore from Barreiro, Portugal, in her first year on the Hill after coming over from Oregon State. First free throw perfect. And free throws, if you heard our Don Franklin Auto countdown to tip-off, one of the focuses for Greg Collins and this team over the last few days, because they put up 96 points against Kentucky State, but shot it under 50%, 16 of 33 from the free throw line. So if you make even half of those that you miss, are obviously going over the century mark, and the numbers turning a few more heads even than they already did. But as we told you, still that 96, the most that the Tops have scored in regulation since January of 17, as Hope Savori somehow finds a way to avoid a travel, gets a steal, and then kicks it down to Faustino as the Tops are back in business. Jenna Walker with a jab step, stopped on a nice defensive rotation by Ariana Smith. Now Faustino with it, tries to slip it, low bounce pass to Smith, but Indiana State got some hands on it. Deljanae Williams away. And it's Sycamore ball down 5. Essie Latu trying to make them down 2, but she misses well short on a 3. She's 1 for 3. Foster had the rebound taken from her by Smith, and she hooks it up and in with the right hand. Timeout called by Greg Collins. Each team down to 3 for the game. It is 14-11, Western Kentucky. Atmos Energy is investing in the safety of our system so that clean and efficient natural gas is delivered safely and reliably to your home. However, it's about more than investing in pipelines. It's also about fueling safe and thriving communities so they grow and prosper. Atmos Energy employees take pride in making our communities a better place to live. So a quick 30-second break. Tops are back on the floor. WKU has yet to hit a shot from the floor in the last almost 4 minutes of this game. They are 5 of 8 still as a team. 1 of 2 from the foul line as Faustino missed the second that led into that wild sequence. Again, it was truly a historic outing for the Tops against Kentucky State this past weekend. And they forced more turnovers than they had since January 1998. Of those 38 turnovers forced, 26 came on steals, which tied the all-time program record in that category. And that game in which the record was initially set December of 1996. So here we are 5 games into this new season. And Greg Collins had promised the fans, he had talked to me about it, he had been saying this team will do this kind of thing. They will shatter certain records offensively, made threes, assists, steals, all of these things. And here we are 5 games in. The Tops have already tied the program record for single game steals, tied the program record for single game made threes. That was 14 of them in the win over North Carolina A&T. So So far, Coach Collins and the squad delivering on those promises. And again, we aren't even halfway through non-conference play. Out of the timeout, 14-11 WKU, 2:54 to go in the opening quarter as Walker and Savory play a two-woman game along the right wing. And now Jordan Smith enters the fray, same spot as Walker previously occupied. She tries to pass it to Walker, who took her eye off the ball for a second, lost it out of bounds. And Indiana State takes back over. Now 4 turnovers for the Lady Toppers in the last 4 minutes. That is the other focus area that Coach Collins talked about. His team, while it's forcing a lot of turnovers, also committing quite a few, 20 or more in all 5 games to this point. And he knows that needs to come down a little bit. On a drive on the left baseline, Adrian Folks had it stripped at the last moment by Jalen Foster. I wouldn't even call that a block. She brought her hand up before the shot motion even began and just took it from her. And the Tops are away. Jenna Walker on the drive left side. Hand check on the floor. That is on Deljanae Williams. Her first and the team's 4th. And it will be a baseline out of bounds for WKU. Jenna Walker to the right side of the basket. Fakes a pass to the left. Chest passes it to the left wing for Faustino. Trying to work one-on-one with Anna McKendry, who we see for the first time. The step-back 3 for Faustino clangs off the heel. Rebounded by Indiana State as Caitlin Anderson weaves her way through traffic, takes it coast to coast, misses the layup from the right side, and Jalen Foster brings in the board for the Tops. On ahead to Maya Meredith. Tops trying to push the pace. Meredith keeps trying that behind-the-back dribble. She hasn't quite perfected it yet. 2 minutes to go in this opening quarter. Tops by 3. Still trying to break a bit of a scoring drought. Quick start to the game. Right wing 3 for Savory. Does just that. It's another South Central Bank 3 as Savory cans one and makes it 17-11 WKU. Tops have still opened 6 of 10 from the floor, 4 of 7 from distance. Just hadn't made one in a while. And now another steal. Faustino with it ahead to Savory. Same spot. Does she take another 3? No. She dishes it out to Jenna Walker, cutting in from the left side, who lays it in with the right hand. Beautiful decision by Savory, using that excellent court vision that she has and hitting her fellow point guard for the bucket. 19-11, Savory nearly with a steal and get helped by the referee a little bit. It bounced off the ref's body. Ahead to Meredith. Pass further to Faustino. Lays it up and in. Timeout, Indiana State. And how about that? Defense turning into offense. Another rallying cry of the Coach Collins era. And Hope Savory making all of that happen. First hitting the 3 to break the drought. And then, as the teams reached half court, getting involved, getting a steal. Like I said, the ball hit her hands initially, bounced off the referee's thigh, and then came right back to her. And then she took off, one dribble, chest pass to Maya Meredith, who then fed it further along to Faustino for the lay-in. And again, 7 points in just 36 seconds after none in about 4.5 minutes. That's what will happen with this WKU squad and the way they play. Interesting now that we've already seen 3 coaches called timeouts in the first quarter. So Indiana State only has 2 left for the rest of the game. WKU has just 3. And we'll see how all of this pans out in time. MedCenter Health Primary Care invites you to check up on your health. Visit medcenterhealth.org/AWV to schedule your annual wellness visit today. It is so great to have the pep band back courtside at Diddle Arena. That was just one of the many things that we missed a year ago. They had a pared down version that occasionally would come and be up in the stands last year, but even so just didn't have the full volume, the full experience, and great to have that back. Indiana State basketball as the Tops now lead by 10, 21-11 as we approach the final minute of the first quarter. Hard dribble into the lane for Ariana Smith, squares up, takes a better balanced shot, and cans it 21-13. WKU in front. Now Savory aggressive, working inside the arc, and she draws the foul from Deljanae Williams. So now 2 on Williams, and Savory will head to the stripe. Liking what I'm seeing from Hope thus far in this one, as she hits her first free throw as well. She has scored 25 points combined in the 2 Lady Topper wins this season, just 9 across the 3 losses. As we told you, Coach Collins a little bit more concerned even what he's seeing defensively from Hope before the offense. She makes them both here. But even so, getting that offensive production is certainly helpful for a player of her caliber. And it takes a little bit of the pressure off from an assist standpoint because of having two other true points on this roster. You could even say more, as Macy Blevins told me, she's been a shooting guard at the AAU ranks and here, but she played point guard her whole life, including in high school, scored a lot of points as a result of that. But regardless, this team more than capable of getting assists from a lot of different parties. And so that takes the pressure off of any individual overall. 23-13, WKU by 10. Indiana State quickly into the paint, and a couple of attempts from Ariana Smith. She gets her own rebound and gets fouled. .39 seconds remain in the opening quarter. 23-13 WKU. Smith just 1 for 2 from the foul line thus far in the early season, and she makes it 2 of 3. Freshman out of Columbus, Ohio, a two-time state champion at her high school alma mater. Misses the free throw, but the rebound went through a pair of Lady Topper hands and got rebounded by Deljanae Williams. So Indiana State keeps it. Down to Smith, kick back out. Williams gets Faustino in the air, beats her inside, swings around a defender. That's Tori Hunter in for the first time, and lofts one up with the left hand that falls. Crafty play by Williams. And it's a 7-point game once again, 23-16, WKU. Shot clock is off, so the Tops will try to hold for the last shot. Alexis Mead dribbling at the edge of the red towel logo at half court. 8 seconds to go. Mead crosses over, now behind the back. No look pass headed toward Maya Meredith. She can't keep it on the top side of half court. So it's a backcourt violation, and an untimely one gives Indiana State 3.8 seconds with which to work. They could cut this to a 4-point game if they're able to hit a three here. Issy Latu to rebound, to an inbound, I should say. Up top, stolen by Meredith, and she's fouled. So how about Maya Meredith, as she and Alexi Mead weren't quite on the same page on that no-look pass. Makes up for the error with the steal and draws Williams' third foul in the first quarter. And that will certainly hamper what Chad Killinger is able to do with his team this game. Meredith to the free throw line. First one up and off the mark to the right. Maya, a 58.8% free throw shooter on the young season. Second one on the way and in. 24-16 Tops, 2.9 seconds. What does Indiana State do from here? Into Williams, crossover dribble, shoots from three-quarters court. Matter of fact, decided to kind of dump it off for what turned into a pass, even though she got in the air to try to launch. She didn't. And that's the end of the quarter. 24-16 WKU. Whole lot going on in the first 10 minutes. We'll see what we have in store in the next 10. You're listening to Western Kentucky women's basketball from Learfield. First quarter in the books here inside EA Diddle Arena. WKU leading Indiana State 24-16 in this game that takes the Tops to the halfway point of the non-conference portion of the season. WKU 2-3 on the season. Indiana State is 1-2. Sycamores only have 10 non-conference games on the docket. Tops have a more traditional 12. Tops have been pretty efficient from the floor. 8 of 12 overall, 4 of 7 from distance, also 4 of 6 from the free throw line. So some nice percentages, all 57% or higher in the early goings. Indiana State is 7 of 16 from the floor, so just under 50%. They are listed as being 0 of 3 from distance, but that's a mistake because Latu hit 1. They are just 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Gabby McBride into the game as we open the second quarter. She's joined by Maya Meredith, Lexi Mead, Macy Blevins, and Hope Savori. Hope's step back three at the left wing is long. Rebounded, though, by Blevins offensively. She tries to offload it to Meredith, but it's stolen by Deljanae Williams, who is playing in the game. Well, they actually say she only has 2 personal fouls, so I guess they must have changed one of them. Tops with a steal. Meredith on her way in. Charge is called. Taken by Anna McKendry. That will be Maya's first foul. So let's see how the fouls have changed on the Indiana State side. They have evidently given one to Anna McKendry instead. So it's just 2 on Deljanae Williams, and then 1 each on Marie Hunter, Caitlin Anderson, Anna McKendry, and Ariana Smith. And 1 on the Tops here in this quarter. 3 on the way from the right wing by Latu is short off the rim, rebounded by nobody and last touched out of bounds by the Sycamores. So it's back to WKU. Tops are being led so far today by Miral Abdelgawad, 8 points, 2 assists, 1 rebound for her. Hope Savori's got 5. Teresa Faustino with 3, and Lexi Mead with 3 as well. You can make it another 3 on the board for the Tops. Macy Blevins hit the back of the rim. It bounced straight up and then came back down through the cylinder. So another South Central Bank 3 on the board, 27-16. WKU by 11, its largest lead of the day. Dribbling in, no-look pass. Williams, what a play to Ariana Smith. That was nasty. Looking straight basically at my side of the scorer's table, whipping it back toward the right. Smith cutting baseline, caught it in stride, went to the bucket, and laid it in. Give credit where credit is due. 27-18 WKU to Hope Savori in the corner. Thought about a 3. Back up top to Macy Blevins. She does the same. Looks up at the shot clock. It says 15 seconds, so she gets it down. Gabby McBride going to work, dribbling in. Out of control shot, but drew a foul. That is on Tanisha Curry, who just checked in for the first time. A graduate student from Louisville and a former Miss Kentucky basketball finalist back at Manual High. McBride to the free throw line for WKU, the JUCO transfer who started her career at Iowa State. Hesitates, takes her first free throw. It banks around, goes up, comes down. Not quite to the same degree as Blevins' 3 did, but it went around, then popped off a couple inches, and then came back down and in. That was the first free throw of Gabby McBride's Division I career. She redshirted at Iowa State and then played at Panola College in JUCO last year. Misses the second one, 28-18 WKU. Blevins with forced pressure on Anna McKendry, forces her to cough it up right to Greg Collins. He claps it up, and the Tops take the ball back over. Now 9 Indiana State turnovers here in the opening 12 minutes of the game. 8:15 to go in the second. Tops by 10. Jenna Walker now controlling things at the point. Swings it around with Abdelgawad now to the left corner for Macy Blevins. No look pass intended for Abdelgawad, stolen by Caitlin Anderson. Check that. Deljanae Williams, who then drives coast to coast and lays it up and in. Now another steal. Williams takes off again. She took this from Mead, and she lays that in with the right hand. And I think at this point, Chad Killinger is thankful that they changed a foul call and that she no longer has 3 fouls. She only has 2 because, my goodness, she's starting to impact this game at a high level. 6 points, 2 boards, 1 assist, couple of steals in a row that just turned into buckets, and now it's a 6-point game. Lexi Mead as the pressure's on the Tops. Macy Blevins trying to relieve it with a left corner 3. It's long. Rebounded offensively by Mead. Working her way through 3 defenders. Lays it up and gets fouled. Extra effort there from Alexis Mead as she fought several players well taller than her. Again, she only stands 5'5". Outworked Adrian Folks, a 6'0 player for the rebound, then went up in traffic. Got the foul, didn't get the layup to fall, but she'll take 2 free throws and swish the first through. Mead has impressed Greg Collins and his staff ever since she's been here. He said he's had to have his athletic trainer tell her sometimes she has to get out of the gym because she's doing too much and doesn't want to stress her body out too much. That's how dedicated she is to her craft, getting in extra reps, taking extra time. Another one of those players you have to turn the lights off in the gym for. Good problem to have. Second free throw in, 30-22 WKU, 7:07 to go in our second quarter. Caitlin Anderson around the wing, right to left. Takes 2 dribbles with the left hand. Jenna Walker in her face. Bounce pass around her into Folks. Now a kick to the right baseline and a travel called on Ariana Smith. Make it 10 Sycamore turnovers in the first half. Also 10 for WKU. But the Tops have turned those turnovers into 3 more points than Indiana State has done in the reverse direction. Jenna Walker from the right wing hands it off. Alexis Mead, with a quick drive. Off to Abdelgawad, swings it down. McBride up top. Blevins now, 1 dribble. Right-handed chest pass to Mead again in the right corner. 7 on the shot clock. Blevins fakes a pass. Now lobs it all the way across for Abdelgawad. Back up top. Jenna Walker open 3. Good ball movement, but the 3 off the heel. Rebounded by Blevins. Tops maintain. Walker now on the drive. Stops at the free throw line. Hands it back off. Blevins left wing 3. No. It's long. Rebounded by Adrian Folks of Indiana State. Tops by 8. 6:15 to go in the first half. Anderson nearly walked with it. Now back up top as the Sycamores reset. On the drive from the left side, this is Marie Hunter. We haven't talked about her very much. She has no points, no rebounds. I guess that's why. Anderson waiting. 10 seconds on the shot clock, and body checked by Alexis Mead, who was a little bit late getting to her spot and couldn't stop her momentum in time. That is the first personal foul on Mead, and the team's second here in this quarter. A lot of time before Folks tosses it into Williams at the right wing. Now onto the left side for Natalia Lalick, who drives, puts it up, and banks it in. Lalick, how about this? Takes the shot from inside the three-point arc for only the 15th time in her college career. She's a senior from Australia, and all but 14 of her career shots coming into today were from distance. On the other side, goodness, Gabby McBride tried to save the ball. I think she might have on the baseline, but then tumbled over backwards into the band. I guess she didn't save that. They give it to Indiana State, but McBride lost her footing and went over the black curtained about 3 feet high barrier that separates the band from the baseline. Good to see her back up without too much trouble, though Coach Collins did take her out of the game, I think, as a precaution after that. My word. Let's see if anybody in the band got interrupted or an instrument disrupted in any way. Anyway, Deljanae Williams on the drive has it stolen at the last moment by Foster. Another late steal right before it would have been a block. One-on-one of Delgawad with McKendry. And a block is called. Indiana State furious. The entire Sycamore bench on its feet. Some of the fans who have traveled up from or down from Terre Haute also get up. As was that McKendry or Lalick who tried to draw that charge? That was Lalick, and she is still down in front of the stanchion supporting the basket. Lalick on her back right now. That was a brutal collision with Abdelgawad, who was coming in at full speed, and if you followed the Lady Toppers for the last several seasons, you know that when Morale gets a full head of steam, she is a tough customer to handle, and Lalick got the worst end of that. She is still down as the teams have gathered for an impromptu timeout. I don't think this has been extended to a timeout as of yet. We're getting close to the halfway point when a media timeout would come, but we'll see what happens here. Lalick has only played 5 minutes of this game. She has that one bucket, and now she is being hoisted to her feet. Diddle Arena fans applauding, and with good reason. Chad Killinger out to help bring his player up. Love to see that. First-year head man for the Sycamore team. And Lalick heads over to the athletic training area where she'll receive some treatment, but is still standing, so that's a good sign. Might have just been one of those situations where she had the wind knocked out of her. So here's Abdelgawad at the free throw line, 16 of 21 on the season coming into today. Takes one dribble, spins it into play with her right hand, and just misses it, went all the way around and fell off. Score is 30-24 WKU as Indiana State keeps hanging around here. Tops haven't scored in 2:18. Second free throw on the way from Morale is perfect, 31-24 WKU. 5:06 and counting to go in the first half. Press is on, and a foul is called on Jalen Foster, getting a bit too handsy with Tanisha Curry off the inbounds. That is Foster's second personal. First Lady Topper to have two. As we tick down to the final 5 minutes of the first half. Working her way through traffic, Marie Hunter tosses it to the outside. Deljanae Williams, a springing three. She went several feet high, it seemed, off the ground. Maybe a bit of an exaggeration, but you get the picture as she knocks down the triple and then commits the foul in transition on Alexis Mead. So there is Williams' third personal. And that is certainly a welcome sign for WKU to get her out of the game. Williams up to 9 points now, tied for the Sycamore team lead. And we'll stop for our media timeout. It's just a 4-point game Indiana State's hit its last 5 shots from the floor, and it's 31-27 WKU. Back in 60 seconds to Diddle Arena. This is Western Kentucky women's basketball from Learfield. 31-27. WKU is led by as many as 11 today over Indiana State, but the Sycamores have hit their last 5 shots. WKU hasn't hit any in the last 4:19. Just a couple free throws, that is it. So let's see what response they have in the final stretch of the half. Macy Blevins has it knocked out of bounds by Tanisha Curry as she tried to feed Miral Abdelgawad in the right corner. It is Blevins, Abdelgawad, Faustino, Kulo, and Savory on the floor for WKU. Hardly see any consistent lineup for the Tops because everybody plays some sort of substantial minutes. But Coach Collins says they absolutely track the group, the units on the floor, I should say, and who plays well as a group, plus, minus, and all of those metrics. We'll see if we can't get a report as this season goes along as to what's been the most efficient for his team. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Abdelgawad has to step back but commits a charge in the process as she tried to ward off Caitlin Anderson and did not get away with it. So the field goal drought is going to extend almost over 5 minutes for the Tops. And Indiana State has a chance to cut this to 2 or even 1. Tops have only scored 7 points here in the first 5.5 minutes of the second quarter after they put 24 on the board in the first. Nearly a loss out of bounds by Marie Hunter, but she regathers with the right hand. To the left wing, Anderson. Thought about a high-low pass to Ariana Smith. It wasn't there. Selma Kulo was there in defense. On around to the right side for Marie Hunter. Ariana Smith with the juggle at the foul line. Back and forth with Hunter. Sycamores all out of sorts, it seems, on this possession. Hunter, nice pass for a 15-footer on the way from the left side. It's in and out, and rebounded by Hope Savory. Tanisha Curry had that shot, but it did not go. Overall, a solid defensive effort from the Tops on that possession. Left elbow for Kulo. Finds an open woman in Miral Abdelgawad. Right wing 3 off the back iron. Kulo taken down from behind. No foul called. Greg Collins has 2 hands out asking why wasn't there a foul. Smith, 18-footer from the right baseline. No. Kulo with the rebound. She got up in a hurry. Got down the floor and got it. Blevins pushes it forward. Beautiful pass to Faustino, but she left the layup short. And a foul called on the rebound against Indiana State. That was a beautiful transition look by the Tops. Kulo, quick outlet to Blevins, who then lobbed it all the way down the floor, hit Faustino in stride. She came up just a bit short on the lefty lay-in. But Miral Abdelgawad will shoot free throws here as Marie Hunter just picked up her 3rd personal foul. So 3 on Hunter, 3 on Williams with 3.5 to go in the first half. Abdelgawad to the free throw line. She's 1 of 2 from there today. First one up and in. Already 10 points for the senior. She leads this team in scoring thus far through 5 games. She leads the team in pretty much every category, averaging 12.8. Second one is in and out, and rebounded by Caitlin Anderson. 32-27, WKU. Tops have still not hit a shot from the floor in almost 6 minutes. And we have a hand check call against the Tops just as the Sycamores cross half court, and Greg Collins is none too happy with the official. He's having a lot of conversations with referee Troy Winders about perhaps the no call on Kulo and maybe this call here. Both teams in the bonus now for the remainder of the first half, and we'll see Anderson shoot free throws. Swishes the first through. She is now 4 of 6 on the young season. Bends her knees, extends, hits the second as well. And it is a 3-point WKU lead. 32-29, Lady Toppers, 3:20 to go in the first half. The margin is only -5 in this second quarter, but it feels a lot more than that. And Hope Savory and Maya Meredith can't connect. Savory tried a right-handed bounce pass to the baseline. It was just too far out in front, and Meredith could not run it down. Turnover number 12 for the Tops, and Indiana State can tie the game on this possession. They have trailed by as many as 11. Anderson at the left wing. Sycamores looking for their first win against a Division I team this season. Dribbling behind her back, Natalia Lalick back in the game after taking that huge blow on the drive from Abdelgawad. Now a baseline drive from Tanisha Curry results in a foul. I didn't see it. I don't think some of the fans in this building did either. But no pressure on the officials this time by Collins. Teresa Faustino, the perpetrator. That is her first. And here's Curry from the free throw line. First one up, she's a lefty. It looked short off the hand, but it trickled over that front iron and dropped home. 32-30, Lady Toppers. Difference in this quarter, Indiana State 5 of 7 from the floor. WKU 0 of 6. That is at least in the last 6 minutes or so. Both free throws in from Curry. The Tops only lead by 1. Faustino to the left wing of Delgawa. WKU in need of a bucket here. And a foul is called on the floor, which will send them to the free throw line because, again, they are in the bonus. That's on Adrian Folks, and it is her first. Farmer-owned Prairie Farms, dedicated farmers, happy cows, real milk. We are Kentucky's dairy. And this is Selma Kulo shooting those free throws. First is perfect with the right hand. Kulo had a nice bucket earlier in this game, now up to 3 points in 6 minutes. Second one, dribbled up and in. She was 10 of 12. Small sample size, but still darn near perfect as a freshman from the stripe. And she has a very nice stroke from there. So 34-31 WKU, 2:44 to go in this second quarter. Can they get a steal, and can they get a shot off and get it to go? Not quite here as the defense gets split, and a nice pass by Caitlin Anderson down low to Maya Glanton, who lays it in, and it's back to a one-point game, 34-33 WKU, 2:25 to go in the first half. Meade to Abdelgawad as the Sycamore bench is energized. Yelling quite loudly, Deidre Johnson, their associate head coach, leading the charge, but the defense folds. Down low, Meredith finds Abdelgawad, spin around, lay-in falls, and that takes off the scoring drought from the floor that lasted over 6.5 minutes for the Lady Toppers. 36-33 WKU. Anderson full steam ahead, dribbles off her foot, picks it up, finds Lalick right side. Lalick whips it in. Curry offloads further along to Folks left side. Folks elevates from 14 feet off balance. No, rebounded offensively by Curry. Now the reset for Indiana State's offense. Natalia Lalick looking to get inside. Crossover dribble, hangs the shot from 12. In and out it goes. She chases down her own rebound, dribbles between her legs, and maintains possession. 90 seconds to go until we reach halftime. On the way, a corner three. It's in and out, tipped around and out of bounds off Indiana State. 1:27 to go in this frame. As Kulo heads out, Tori Hunter heads back in. Don't expect WKU to slow this down, I can promise you that. That is not in their DNA, at least not in this team this season. Faustino up top to Maya Meredith. Off to the right side. Abdelgawad dishes it in. Hunter give and go. Abdelgawad down low, misses the layup. Too strong, gets her own rebound. Can she get it back up? Yes, it does not go. Hunter with the offensive rebound. Third chance for the Tops. 1 minute to go. Here comes Alexis Meade. Gets it taken from her on her shot attempt by Maya Glanton. And now Meade with the foul on Caitlin Anderson. Well, it was another one of those give and goes. It worked between Abdelgawad and Kulo. It didn't quite work between Abdelgawad and Hunter because Moral just missed, had just too much on that layup attempt. Got her own rebound, wanted to get a foul, didn't get it. Hunter got the board, kicked it back out. Eventually the turnover, and Anderson shoots free throws, knocks in the first. Indiana State 7 of 8 from the stripe today, which is not what they've done to this point this season, just 58% through the first 3 games. A lot better today. Anderson makes them 9 of 10, make it 8 of 9 rather, and it's a 1-point game again. Full court press on for the Sycamores. Tops break at 50 seconds. That's 5-0 to go until half. Can the Tops hang on with the lead? Still one of their last 9 from the floor. Meredith trying to change it. Right wing 3, no. Rebound fought for and won by Indiana State. Sycamores can take the lead here. Caitlin Anderson, crossover dribble inside on Walker, gets double teamed, kicks it back up top. Curry swings it out. Natalia Lalick, right wing 3, got it. Sycamores bench celebrating, 3 fingers in the air. They're jumping around doing 360s as they have their first lead, 38-35. Faustino inside, walked with it. And that's 14 turnovers on the Lady Toppers. Indiana State has outscored WKU 22-12 in the second quarter. Tops shot the ball at over 60% from the floor in the first quarter. For the second quarter, they are just 2 of 12. 7 seconds left in the half. 38-36 rather. I think I said 35 minutes ago. 38-36 Sycamores. They chuck one up down low. It's rebounded underneath. Curry turns, lays it up, and drains it at the horn. Indiana State storms the floor here at half court to celebrate. They've got to kind of weave their way through the Lady Toppers to head back to the locker room. What a surge by the visitors here. A 7-0 run over the final minute as the Tops offense just falls apart there in the second quarter, and it's a 4-point Sycamore lead at the break, 40-36 Indiana State. We'll have your halftime recap to break down what we've seen in the first half and what we think we might see in the second as we continue. You are listening to Western Kentucky Women's Basketball on the Hilltopper Sports Network from Learfield. Time for the second half inside EA Diddle Arena. WKU led by as many as 11 in the first half, but Indiana State surged back in the second quarter to take the lead going into these final 20 minutes at Sycamores 40 and Lady Toppers 36. Brett Williams here with you courtside at EA Diddle Arena. Thanks for coming along, spending a little pre-Thanksgiving afternoon with us. Again, the Hilltopper basketball team will be in action right after this one at 4 o'clock Central Time as they take on Alabama A&M. Hope to have a pair of wins to celebrate when all of this is said and done. Indiana State in blue, moving left to right as we open in this third quarter. Caitlin Anderson leads the way for the visitors. Out to the left side, Marie Hunter playing with 3 fouls, steps into a left elbow J and knocks it down to open the proceedings in this second half. She and Deljanae Williams both have 3, so we'll see what Chad Killinger does. He does not have a particularly large bench. 13-player roster, only 8 of whom really see significant time, so we'll see what happens. Maral Abdelgawad, Alexis Mead, Maya Meredith, Selma Kulo, and Macy Blevins are on the floor to get things going in the third quarter for WKU. Mead dishes it out to the right corner for Meredith, who tries to wheel her way around a defender and draws contact. That is on Marie Hunter. So a savvy move by Maya Meredith. The freshman working against the grad student draws that 4th personal. Just 43 seconds into the second half. So Hunter obviously has to check out. 2 points, 1 assist today, so hasn't been as effective as normal. 5th on this team in points per game, leads this team in assists so far this season. Meredith hits her first free throw. And she's the Lady Topper who certainly Greg Collins would like to see a little bit more out of in this game. Meredith has really impressed in the first 5. Second leading scorer on this team. As she hits both free throws, she's up to 3 points. She does have 1 rebound and 3 assists in this one. And of course, points are not the only end-all be-all, far from it. So I will not get too far ahead of myself. Teams juggle for the ball at half court. Alexis Mead getting involved, forcing a jump ball. And the possession arrow favors WKU. So 42-38, Indiana State in front here. 9:10 to go in the third. As Mead trots it across half court. Alexis Mead, the freshman out of Moreno Valley, California. Works her way into the paint from the outside, then kicks it out. Right-handed, one-handed pass to the left wing. Maral Abdelgawad steps back and knocks down the tray. It's another South Central Bank 3 for Maral, who now leads all scorers with 15 on the day. And is 3 of 4 from downtown. Exactly what Coach Collins wanted to see. As she can now score at multiple levels, trying to get that even more consistently to do so. To the left wing, here's Essie Latu, who came in for Marie Hunter. Latu, a 3-point specialist. So too is Lalick, who tries her luck at one from the right corner. It's in and out. Rebounded offensively by Glanton. But then she walks with it, trying to square up and get a high-quality layup attempt. WKU had coughed the ball up 14 times in the first half. Indiana State 11. But the Sycamores have already lost it twice in the first 90 seconds of this third quarter. 42-41 Indiana State. And now a chance for the Lady Toppers to take the lead back, and they do as Alexis Mead turns on the Jets, finds her way down to the right block, and banks it in. 43-42 Tops, a 7-0 run for WKU over the last minute 4 that answered the Sycamores' 7-0 run that closed the first half. It can be a bit feast or famine with this Tops offense, but when it's feast, it's Thanksgiving quality feast. Now Macy Blevins trying to force a turnover, gets it loose. Diving for the loose ball is Mead, but I think they'll get her for shouldering Caitlin Anderson on her way into the fray. Indeed they do, and that is 3 on Alexis Mead. Deljanae Williams checks back in for Indiana State. Again, she has 3 fouls. Tied for the team lead with 9 points today. Second leading scorer, third leading rebounder on the season for the Sycamores. And she controls things here at the right wing. Chest pass to Lalick, right side. Blevins all over. Tops in the man-to-man. Working down low. Here comes Williams cycling around from the left wing. Misses the layup. It's picked up, put back up and in, and won by Adrian Folks. Now, Folks up to 4 points today. Has been a little quiet by her standards. Again, averaging over 18 points a game through her first 3. It's been largely the Deljanae Williams and Ariana Smith show. And the free throw missed, but a rebound by the aforementioned Smith, and now she's fouled. That's back-to-back fouls on Jalen Foster. And that takes her up to 4 for the game. And now Gabby McBride comes in for her. Mead remains in with 3. So now each team with a player with 4 fouls and a player with 3. Smith over to Williams. Big-time 3 from the left wing. Ended up well short off the intersection. Rebounded by Maya Meredith. McBride and Folks collide. They're both down behind the play. Blevins in rhythm 3 from the right corner. No. Rebounded by Williams. Indiana State basketball leading 44-43. On to Lalick at the right wing. And now the Sycamores will slow it down for a moment. Deep breath by Williams. Working one-on-one with Maral Abdelgawad, rather. Now to the right corner. Lalick. Pass was a little bit off target. Lalick had to run a couple steps to her left to corral, but she did. 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Sycamores by 1. 5 on the shot clock. Latu open for a right wing 3. Step back. She knew it. She was walking away. And it falls. 47-43 Sycamores. Their halftime advantage has been restored. That goes down as Latu's first 3-point make. Perhaps the 3 I thought she had earlier was with a foot on the line. What a no-look pass. Mead down to Meredith. Beautiful from Lexi. Freshman to freshman go the tops. Meredith was with as easy as a layup as you will see. And it was all set up by another no-look pass. Gotta love the dishers for WKU. Mead, Savory, and Walker all have that no-look pass in their arsenal. And as they continue to hone it, and their teammates continue to get used to it and know when it's going to come, man, this offense will be even more lethal than it's already proving capable of. Lob pass off the inbounds for Indiana State is swallowed up. It was intended for Folks. Basket caught instead by McBride. Stop and start by Abdelgawad. My goodness. Maral Abdelgawad from just inside the left arc with the stop. Hesitated, kind of did a half dribble, then exploded with it and laid it in. This game is tied at 47. Maya Meredith was charged with a personal foul, by the way, that set up that out-of-bounds play. But anyway, 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. 47 up. Lalick swarmed by Meredith. Now to Ariana Smith, just inside the arc. Dishes it down to Folks, who turns around and lays it in. 49-47, Indiana State. Both teams pretty hot out of the gate here in this third quarter. Tops are 4 of 5 from the floor. Indiana State 4 of 7. Blevins, McBride up top, right wing. Abdelgawad thought about a 3, now drives, kicks it back. Blevins decided not to pull the trigger. She drives instead. Off balance, hook shot from the block. It drops. Her arm just hung in the air in a cocked position, and finally she just flicked it forward and dropped it right in. 49 apiece. As the offense is back alive and well for the Lady Toppers here in the third. Thought about a give and go. Folks fakes it to Lalick, hands it off to Williams, cutting her way around the lane. Inside she goes. Scoop shot, no, but tipped out of bounds by the Tops at the 5:04 mark. Next stoppage will result in a media timeout. And it will be Adrian Folks to inbound. Right side of the basket as you would be looking at it. Left side from her perspective. Left wing for Tanisha Curry. Back up top, Folks. 20-footer on the way off the lip. Rebounded offensively, though, by Williams right side. Rebounds in this one are in favor of Indiana State by 6, 23-17, and are doubling up the Tops in offensive boards. 49 apiece. Latu finds Folks on the drive. She misses the layup. It's long, tipped around, rebounded by the Tops. Here comes Mead, 2-on-2 with Meredith. Mead kicks it back. Maya from the right wing, not a three. Decides to hand it back off. Mead releases from the corner. Got it. It's a South Central Bank three, and it's 52-49, Western Kentucky. Mead now 2 of 4 from downtown. The Tops are 7 of 18 for the game. And now the fans coming alive inside Diddle. 4:10 remaining in the third. Tanisha Curry, guarded by Meredith, beats her around the lane to the left side, hangs a layup short, rebounded by Gabby McBride. Here come the Tops with momentum. They've hit their last 4 shots from the floor. Mead accelerates to the lane. She's fouled, and that's 4 on Deljanae Williams. And we will step aside. Indiana State starting to get into some foul trouble, and the momentum firmly back on the side of the home team. 3:55 to go in the third. Tops by 3. We'll be back in just a moment. You were listening to Western Kentucky women's basketball from Learfield. 52-49 WKU. Off to a good start in the third quarter after trailing by 4 at halftime. Second quarter did not go the Tops' way, but the third quarter has been a bit of a different story offensively. WKU 6 of 7 from the floor in this quarter. 2 of 3 from distance, have hit both free throws, and Alexis Mead is about to get 2 more. One other stat I didn't get to mention at halftime, Indiana State has had a decisive advantage in the paint today, thanks largely to Ariana Smith. 30-16 to this point is their advantage in points in the paint as Mead hits the first free throw. And this season, points in the paint are being brought to you by Ace Hardware Marketplace. Ace Hardware, the helpful place. Mead hits both free throws. Lead is back up to 5 for WKU on a 7-0 run yet again in the last 90 seconds. Seen 2 such 7-point runs for the Tops in this third quarter, and they have already scored 18 points in this quarter against just 12 in the entire second. 3:40 left in the frame. Latu drop down pass, very nice on the bounce to Smith, but she rushes the layup and then goes over the back, fighting Abdelgawad for the board. So the second on Ariana Smith. And this is the time, if you're WKU, to really make hay with Williams benched with 4 fouls, Marie Hunter benched with 4 fouls. Again, Alexis Mead is playing with 3. Jalen Foster has 4, not in the game right now. And Essie Latu got her hands all up in Maya Meredith's chest. Kind of spun her around a little bit, and that contact results in a personal. That is the first on Latu. Next team foul against Indiana State will put the Tops in the bonus. 3-pointer on the way from Mead, all the way around and out. Rebounded by Caitlin Anderson. The Sycamores take it left to right. Anderson on the hop beats Mead forward into the lane, dishes it off, underhanded shovel pass out to Adrian Folks, who picks it back up, now swings it up top to Anderson as the Sycamores reset. 3:05 to go in the third quarter. Anderson handoff to the corner. 3 ball from Latu is in. And here comes Essie Latu, the senior from Queensland, Australia. 2 Aussies for Indiana State, both 3-point specialists. Latu 2 of 5 from there today. Lalick 1 of 2. 54-52, Lady Toppers, 2:45 left in the third. McBride out to Blevins, the top zone 3-point specialist. Comes in and tries a runner from 15 feet. It's long, but Gabby McBride with a big offensive board. Mead left wing 3, bang! Alexis Mead with another clutch South Central Bank 3, 57-52 Tops. As the Sycamores break the press, get their offense back in line, but anytime you can hit those big threes, the energy shifts. Air sucked out of the visitors, and now a jump ball on the floor. Possession still favors Indiana State. 5-point advantage for the Tops as Selma Kulo and Hope Savori check back in. Blevins and McBride head off. Some good minutes from Gabby McBride. She picks up a couple boards. And now Savori works against Caitlin Anderson on the defensive side. Alexis Mead with a steal, diving to the floor, hands it off to Maral Abdelgawad, who swings past her to the left, wide open on the lane. Total miscommunication by the Sycamores. Abdelgawad could have driven it again. Instead, she just handed it off to Maya Meredith, who laid it in. 59-52 Tops. No idea what the Sycamores were doing. They just cleared out, did a 2-on-1 against Hope Savory, and left 2 on nobody down low for Abdelgawad and Meredith. Interior pass, nice play by Indiana State, but too strong on the layup attempt by Tanisha Curry, and the Tops take it, leading by 7. They've hit 6 of their last 8. Meade wants more. Looking to drive, no. Bounces it back up top to Abdelgawad, who saves it on the W at half court to make sure no backcourt violation called. Now working her way back in. Up top, Meade. 3-ball on the way again. She's got another. Alexis Meade with the hot hand from distance, and it's a 10-point Tops lead as Abdelgawad claps it up in front of us. 26 points in the third quarter for the Tops, more than double than they had in the second. 1 minute to go in the frame. To the right wing, nearly lost out of bounds by Anna McKendry, who's been silent today. Hasn't even taken a shot, and now turns it over by stepping on the sideline. All WKU here in this third quarter. They have reversed what happened in the second, going from -12 to +14. And how about Alexis Meade all of a sudden has hit a bunch of threes, is up to 18 points, and now has the game lead. Off to Maya Meredith. That's off her body. She dribbles it, or she runs it down, I should say, before it goes out of bounds. 62-52 WKU, 32 seconds left in the quarter, 8 to shoot. Abdelgawad drives from the left side, gets some space, hangs a layup. No, Meade almost got the rebound. Kulo did. Tops with it. Meredith did not get the shot away before the shot clock expired. 23.7 seconds to go in the third. Shot clock off. Indiana State ball down 10. How about Alexis Meade in this quarter? 3 of 4 from downtown. And she is today's on-fire player, brought to you by Soki Fire Protection. Call your Southern Kentucky experts today at 270-803-0046. Protection without compromise. Left-handed hook shot in the lane, no good by Adrian Folks. Rebound fought for, won by Anderson. Offloads it, 15-footer on the way and in at the horn by Clanton. And that's how this quarter ends. An 8-point advantage for WKU, a +12 quarter for the Lady Toppers, and they'll try to hang on for the victory and get back to 500 on the season. We'll find out in the final 10 minutes if they're able to do so. 62-54 Lady Toppers. This is Western Kentucky women's basketball from Learfield. I love that tune of the band. I don't know the official name of the song. I just know that in band circles it's called Neck, because there's a lyric where they say, talking out the side of your neck, and they always point at their neck when they play it. You hear a lot of different bands do it. Usually it's in triumphant kind of moments, and this certainly has been for the Tops. They probably need to stop playing because the quarter has begun. 6 seconds went by before the band stopped, but what the heck. Nice prelude into the quarter. Maral Abdelgawad picks up where Lexi Meade left off, knocks down the 3, turns around, flexes the 3 fingers, and walks away. 65-54. Maral's got 20. Lexi has 18. The Tops lead by 11. 9.5 to go in this ball game. Anna McKendry needs to get going for the Sycamores to have any shot whatsoever, you would think. Caitlin Anderson takes her turn from the right wing 3. It's in and out. Sycamores are under 40% from distance in this game. Abdelgawad, why not try another? No, decided not to. Why not give it to Meade for one of her own? She's fouled, and she'll shoot 3. McKendry incredulous as she looks at the official, but she is charged with the foul. That is her second. So how about Alexis Meade, who had a third quarter to remember? Misses the first free throw. This has now tied her career high in her 6th game. When you have the hot hand, just keep on firing, and that's what she was doing. She hits the second free throw. It is a 12-point WKU lead, their largest of the game. And Meade goes 2 of 3 from the stripe in this extra free throw opportunity. 67-54 WKU. And Meade and Abdelgawad tied at 20 for the team lead. The next closest Lady Topper, Maya Meredith, with 7. Anna McKendry, left wing 3. There's that quick trigger. It's in and out, chased down by Macy Blevins. Under 9 minutes to play in this one. Tops trying to move to 3-3 on the season. They were 1-1 after beating North Carolina A&T, so this would be their second time at 500 if they're able to get there. Hope Savori got a little bit over-eager after the pump fake. Did not dribble it in time at the walk. Both teams at just 16 turnovers at this point. Again, WKU has turned it over at least 20 times through the first 5 games. Indiana State forcing 27. And also has committed quite a few themselves. So both teams a little bit cleaner today overall. Abdelgawad nearly picked the pocket of Adrian Folks up top. Down low, Anderson, no-look pass. Maya Glanton elevates for a 14-foot shot that's off the backboard and out. 2-on-1 come the tops. Abdelgawad full steam ahead. Fouled by McKendry, puts it up and heads in. Abdelgawad a little bit frustrated that didn't go. Slapped herself on the shoulder, then on the hips. But she'll head to the line. And this is a really impressive performance here from the Tops lone senior. I've had the pleasure of seeing Abdelgawad throughout her entire career here. And even though the same efforts we have seen since day one, that's why she was in the starting lineup for her very first game and has never come out of it, but there's a certain air of confidence that you can just see about Maral as she does everything that she does on the floor, particularly when she's out in transition. She's a lot more in control of what she's doing. She's able to know when to find that extra gear, take it in, draw fouls. You know, a lot of times Coach Collins has mentioned that back in Egypt, one of her nicknames is a term that essentially translates to train off the tracks. So, and we've seen that at times where it seems like she's just a little bit out of control. But today, seeing just another level of doing things with control, really owning everything that she's doing, and you're seeing the results of that as well. Cannot wait to see more of this throughout Miru's senior year. 8 minutes to go in this contest. Tops by 14. Down low, Ariana Smith can't hang on. Out of bounds it goes, and Indiana State has been a bit hapless in this second half. 14 points in total, none here in this fourth quarter as of yet. Turnovers have gone up, offensive efficiency has gone down, and WKU has done the exact opposite. A slight delay here. I can't quite tell about what. Oh, it looks like the ball actually went out into the concourse of Diddle. There's a big gap right behind that end line on the right side that goes out toward the volleyball locker rooms, and I think the ball had bounced over the barrier and gone out that way. So they were just trying to retrieve it. 7:45 to go in this one. 14-point Lady Topper lead. Savori looking for Kulo down low, and Kulo was not where Hope thought she was. Well, out of bounds it goes. Hope Savori today, 5 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, just 1 of 2 shooting. And now commits a foul as Indiana State breaks it across half court. And here's Deljanae Williams back in for Chad Killinger's final go round here for this team. Williams again playing with 4 fouls, but she has been the best player on the floor when she's been in for the Sycamores. Except this time she turns it over on the lob pass. And here come the Tops 3-on-2. Savori, Mead, and Abdelgawad. Hope stops at the elbow, turns, hands it off. Blevins looking inside for Kulo. It's intercepted by Ariana Smith. Smith on the attack, hands it off to Williams at the right wing. 7:09 to go. Williams trying to get it back in. It was deflected by Florence Shimanga, who we see for the first time. And eventually ended up in the hands of Tanisha Curry, who laid it in. Shimanga, a transfer from SMU, as Savori lets fly from distance right side, misses short, and out of bounds it goes. And now Marie Hunter checks back in, veteran for the Sycamores, who has not been great today, hampered by foul trouble, but certainly again Killinger will turn to her and get one last push if the Sycamores are to try to get back in this game. They trail by 12, still plenty of time at 6:45. But they need everybody at their best. And Hunter got bailed out by the referee, lost her dribble. It bounced off the referee's ankle. Had it not, it would have gone out of bounds. We've seen the referee help out each team once today by an inadvertent deflection. Down towards Shimanga at the right block. Nearly stolen by Foster. Shimanga gathered, but then walked with it. And it's back to the Tops. Make it 19 Sycamore turnovers. Abdelgawad and Mead come up the floor together. Abdelgawad signaling for the offense to get into position. With it at the left wing, Meredith. Bounce pass to Alexis Mead, who spins past Ariana Smith, drives baseline. Tried to feed Meredith, who quickly rotated around to the right block. And it ping-ponged off of Shimanga and out of bounds as Greg Collins uses timeout. So we'll go ahead and take one with him. 6:10 to go in this one, 68-56 WKU. This is Western Kentucky women's basketball from Learfield. 68-56 WKU, 6:10 to go in this one. Tops are homestanding for a bit here. They'll host Tennessee State on Sunday, make a quick road trip up to Bellarmine next Thursday, and then come right back here for another Sunday date against Tennessee Tech. Very regional flavor in this portion of the schedule, and oddly enough, this particular three-game homestand, Kentucky State, Indiana State, and Tennessee State, none of those teams the Tops have played in the last 30 years. It's kind of surprising. 8 on the shot clock. Alexis Mead driving in right side, spins past Deljanae Williams, throws something up off balance. It does not go, and Williams gets the rebound. She tries to drive, no look pass to Smith. That was pretty. Smith does not cash in, misses the layup, and then fouls Abdelgawad. And that's been the story of the second half for Indiana State. Great passes, bad shots. They have only 2 points in this fourth quarter. 3 now on Ariana Smith, as Alexis Mead brings it front court. She's been playing this entire second half with 3 fouls and has been brilliant. Jalen Foster at the left elbow. She's playing with 4. Mead around to Macy Blevins. Abdelgawad, the Tops whip it around the perimeter. This time the pass is wide. And Greg Collins has a few quick words for Maral Abdelgawad as she just rushed that pass a little bit and threw it out of bounds. 5:34 to go in this one. Tanisha Curry crosses over Maya Meredith, brings it in. Abdelgawad was going for a steal, nearly got one, but Marie Hunter able to wrestle it out of the sky just in time. But this is a Lady Topper steal. Blevins and Meredith combined for it. We'll see who officially gets credited with it. Blevins with the first deflection, Meredith the first possession. Abdelgawad inside, left block. Jalen Foster going to work one-on-one with Florence Shimanga, lays it up and in around her. The 6'3 Shimanga, a senior from Montreal, and Jalen Foster, the 6-foot freshman from Austin, Texas, looked far the better of that matchup. Indiana State down 14 now after leading by 4 at the break. Strong second half for the Lady Toppers. Love to see that for this young team. Right wing for Deljanae Williams. To the left side, here comes Tanisha Curry on her way in. High, hook shot, no. Rebounded by the Tops, Foster. Hands it off to Abdelgawad in transition. Swing it to the left wing. Macy Blevins gets her defender in the air. Trailing 3. Mead, one on another. It's another South Central Bank 3. Alexis Mead has 5 of them today. 23 points. And a 73-56 lead for her Lady Toppers. On the drive, here's Marie Hunter. Splits through defenders, lays it up and in. Only the 3rd and 4th points for Indiana State in this fourth quarter. The Sycamores are down 15 with 3:56 to go. Mead breathing fairly heavy, but you know she's feeling pretty good. This is a style of play that certainly will take something out of you, but the Lady Toppers have been training all summer to play this way, and Coach Collins said last night that absolutely, obviously have to have a lot of stamina, but more importantly, have to find a way to learn how to empty the tank each game and then be able to reset and be at full power again for the very next game as we have a Sycamore down on the floor. That is Ariana Smith, and we're going to go ahead and extend this to the media timeout here in the fourth as Smith recovers after trying to take a charge, got called with the block, and we'll go ahead and step aside for 60 seconds. This is Western Kentucky women's basketball from Learfield. Ariana Smith walking off the floor with the help of the athletic trainer holding her left shoulder. Been a couple of major collisions today on drives to the basket by the Lady Toppers. The first was taken by Natalia Lalick, and I think perhaps the wind just got knocked out of her. She was out for a few minutes, came back in. But Smith will head back and get treatment from the athletic trainer, certainly wishing her well. She's been a solid player today for the Sycamores. 11 points, 4 boards. Very solid in the paint. 6'2" freshman. Certainly seems to have a bright future there in Terre Haute. So wish her well. On and off the field, Atmos Energy is a big fan of the Hilltoppers and the communities we serve. Our employees live here, support local causes, and cheer for their favorite teams. Atmos Energy is proud to be a part of your community and to be your natural gas company. 3:42 to go in this one. 73-58 Lady Toppers. Alexis Mead at the left wing. Works to set up as she's guarded by Delgenay Williams, fouled by her, and that is the end of Delgenay's day in Bowling Green. Delgenay Williams, also a tremendous player today. 9 points, 5 rebounds. Probably could have had a lot more were she not in foul trouble. Former all-freshman pick in the MVC, and certainly will be a linchpin of Chad Killinger's first team at Indiana State. As Mead heads to the free throw line, we'll tell you a little bit more real quick about Killinger. Told you earlier, this is his first year as a Division I head coach. He had spent 18 years as either a head coach or an assistant coach at the junior college level, a 2-time National Coach of the Year in the NJCAA, but then has bounced around the D1 ranks as an assistant as Mead hits both free throws. Most recently at Nichols State in the Southland Conference. He was also at East Carolina and even had a brief stint on Marshall's staff about a week ago. But he and his family, he said, very excited to come back to their home state of Indiana as he takes over this Sycamore program. 75-58 Lady Toppers. On the drive, the layup no good from Marie Hunter. She is fouled by Macy Blevins. This is a Sycamore team that finished 9th out of 10 last season in the league. Predicted to finish 9th again. They have still never appeared in the NCAA tournament. They have not won that conference since 2006. So much tremendous history on the men's side, obviously with Larry Bird leading the way there in Terre Haute. The women's team, certainly a lot of love for the sport of basketball, obviously up there in Indiana. And this women's team just trying to get over the hump a little bit. We'll see if this year they're able to do so. A lot of talent on the floor, that's for sure. Jalen Foster trying to drive past Shimanga, gets fouled by her. And we'll see Foster head to the free throw line. Couple of dribbles, lefty takes a shot, banks around, and drops in. 76-60. Lady Toppers in front. That one clangs around and drops in as well. And certainly love to see what WKU has done at the free throw line. 75.9% at 22 of 29 today, after that being such a focus area of the last few. And in the fashion of Rick Stansberry, though Greg Collins certainly has embraced this himself, Stansberry's just known a bit more publicly for espousing this. Tops have made more free throws than Indiana State has attempted. Matter of fact, 10 more. Do that very often and you're going to win many more games than you lose. 17-point lead for the Tops with 2:53 to go in this contest. Free throw jumper, I should say. Foul line jumper, let's get that right, from Marie Hunter. And she knocks it down, 77-62 WKU. Still not quite time to let off the gas. Want to get a couple more buckets just to put this one firmly on ice. Abdelgawad straightaway 3, that'll do it. Is the bank open again? No. She banked one in from a tough angle early in this ball game. Tried to do the same from straightaway, didn't. Blevins, more traditional, right wing 3, swish. 3-point goal, Macy Blevins, the team's leader from distance through 5 games, now 2 of 5 today. And the Tops have broken 80. And now Greg Collins looks to, can't really say empty his bench. The bench isn't really existent on this team. McKendry misses a runner in the lane. It's tipped out to Blevins. Under 2 minutes to play, and now she'll slow it down. But Greg Collins is about to exchange 5 for 5. Jenna Walker, Teresa Faustino, Jordan Smith, Tori Hunter, and Hope Savori all ready to check in. Lexus Mead working her way around. Macy Blevins open for another left corner. Trey, and Blevins has a pair late in the contest. She's as cold as ice, and she's put the game on it. 83-62 Lady Toppers. They have outscored Indiana State 47-22 in the second half. Greg Collins calls a quick timeout just to change 5 for 5, and Indiana State decides to use it to gather its troops. Fans, be sure to submit your questions for the Ask the Coach feature presented by JBK Network Consulting and Cisco Systems for the Greg Collins Radio Coaches Show by going to WKUsports.com/askthecoach. JBK Network Consulting and Cisco Systems, a 29-year partnership in South Central Kentucky. JBK Network Consulting, we connect everything. We've been on Tuesdays for our last 2 coaches shows, but we're back. We will be back on Mondays the rest of the way, starting this coming Monday at Roosters, 6 o'clock Central Time, airing right here on ESPN 102.7 as well as on WKUathletics.com, or excuse me, Facebook.com/WKU Athletics. WKUathletics.com does not exist. It is WKUsports.com, but we're not there either. 83-62. Lady Toppers in front as we hit the final 123 of this contest. Natalia Lalick up top to Marie Hunter. Working against Teresa Faustino. Drives to the right side. And to the right wing goes Hunter once again. 5 to shoot. Hunter to the outside. Lalick catch and shoot 3 from the corner. In and out. Rebound fought for, and a jump ball called. Possession favors the Sycamores. Indiana State is headed to Statesboro, Georgia to compete in the Georgia Southern Thanksgiving Classic. They'll play Jacksonville State Friday at 3:30 Eastern Time. Tops back in action here Sunday against Tennessee State. 10 to shoot. Hunter from the left wing. It's long. Indiana State can't buy a bucket in the second half. And the rebound is tipped out of bounds by the Tops. One tough quarter for WKU today, 12 points in the second, but they have scored over 21 in the other 3, as Natalia Lalick answers with a corner 3. I should say 21 or higher. That's what they have in this frame right now. 35 seconds left in this one, coming down the home stretch inside Diddle. 83-65 as Savory bounces it to the corner. Teresa Faustino on her way in. Kicks it out. Walker, left corner 3. No. Just for good measure. As I told you before, this team knows one way, and that is go, 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 score, score, score. It will not stop. It is a 40-minute onslaught from the Lady Toppers this year. Shot clock is off. Final 13 seconds of this one. Curry double teamed as the press remains on. Case in point. Hunter got away with a walk and threw it out of bounds anyway. 4.6 seconds, and that will do it for this one. Smith inbounds it. Hope Savory dribbles it forward, tosses it ahead to Jenna Walker, and Walker lets fly from distance. Airballs the 3. I think it was late anyway. It does not matter. WKU has won the ball game. A great start to Thanksgiving feast week, if you will, as the Lady Toppers have won 2 in a row, improved to 3-3 on the season, and the fans are on their feet inside Diddle to stand up and cheer. Coming up next, it's our Med-Center Health post-game show as we have a conversation with head coach Greg Collins as well as with our U.S. Bank player of the game, and we look ahead to Sunday's contest against Tennessee State. But your final score inside Diddle today, Western Kentucky 83 and Indiana State 65. Med-Center Health, the official healthcare sponsor of WKU Athletics, getting you back to the things that are important to you is important to us. And the Med-Center Health postgame show comes your way right after this, as soon as they strike up the band one more time. 83-65, the Tops win it. 3 really good quarters offensively, 1 down one, but they answered after Indiana State owned the second quarter. This young team responded with a point to prove, and they did it, shooting over 51% from the field for the game, 76% from the foul line. Lots to like. We're talking about it right after this on the Hilltopper Sports Network from Learfield.